you all decide on pursuing, like, going into the woods and like searching for the druids, or heading west and then south, or pursuing you know, the group that's kind of following Deathless adventures?
I was either between druids or a group following Deathless, and I don't remember what we decided. Um,
I don't either. We were all like sleepy as shit.
I mean,
Well,
it's
my
still my
votes.
opinion that the druid thing isn't on a time crunch, while the deathless thing is.
Yeah. So that's where my vote is the deathless. Find the deathless and find that party.
all right, let's do it.
All right. Let me look at the overmap real quick, because you are here. Hold on a sec. Let's see. No one's being split up. Okay. So if you all plan to leave, hang on a second. Let me move over to there. Zoom in, damn it. Or there we go. And there's this. Let me make this actually bigger
Interesting.
too. That a little smaller.
You know, I bet there are some really fascinating things inside the Rift Sea, like if you just dove in there.
Well, you'd end up to a portal to a different dimension, probably.
Yeah,
High
probably.
five the aboleth down there.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey, just came to hang out, you know. I brought cards. They're not waterproof. That's the problem.
I ruled you all when you were fish, but you know, nice to see you every once in a while. All right. So in order to do that, you would need to head. Uh, well, which direct? You would definitely need to head like somewhere west. So which direction? Which way are you going, and how will you attempt to get there?
Um,
Woo!
I
Pretty
figure
much
we'll
west.
probably do something like travel through the woods here,
Mhm.
and then come out on the road here and start making our way down, and then around here probably make camp.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not sure if we should find the deathless and just trail them and be like, "Hey, what's going on? We just came to see how it's going," or if we should just like stalk the road looking for other stalkers.
What say you all?
Here's an interesting idea. Why don't you summon some skeletons and have them pretend to be the deathless?
No, no,
So,
no. That because that will give. If you do that, then they'll think, oh, it's the deathless, so they're evil if they like attack them. I mean,
I mean, I was just gonna say have them walk the road and have the people who are going like out to kill the deathless, they would attack those skeletons instead.
mhm.
But
I
yeah,
mean, I guess that is an option.
might not be the
What
best option.
I don't know how those paladins do it, but I'm assuming the deathless don't detect as evil. Or no, never. Would I'm sorry, not evil. Don't detect as undead, or do they?
Uh, so based on like what race they actually are, meta wise, I would say to you they're Verdar, that they do not detect as undead. I mean, they might have before, but when the curse was broken, they're not anymore.
Okay,
That's weird.
because they aren't created by evil magics like you'd create yours,
Mm-hmm.
Baylor.
Yeah, no, they're not.
I guess I wouldn't specifically say evil
Yeah.
magics, but I would say they're not created by the same magics you use. uh,
Because yeah, you could definitely detect with undead and fiends and celestials and whatnot for what they are. With that,
Another option is you could always tell Serenity to fly up in the air on her griffin and be like, "Hey, tell us if you see any people like looking weird following the Deathless."
Yeah, that is another option.
Yeah.
yeah. But for right now, you don't know exactly where they were staying.
Right.
Also,
They
another
were just
option.
met on the road,
This might
which
this
sorry.
might be the wiser option. Why don't we go somewhere and ask if they've seen the Deathless come through here, or if they've seen anyone sketchy coming through here, like an adventuring party.
Have you seen anyone sketchy lately? Yeah, you.
Yeah, you guys.
You.
Have yeah, like have you seen an adventuring party that isn't us? Like, just come through here.
Actually, do you have any way to divine? Like
Um,
divination?
I can scry.
Scrying.
Levy.
But don't you have to like have an idea of the person that you're
Well,
scrying
well,
on?
look at scrying. I'll grab it real quick because there is like modifiers to stuff.
Yeah.
I think I could also. Okay, hold on. Did you? Okay, I have to target the creature because I was thinking it creates like an invisible sensor. So I was thinking I could move the sensor,
No, I
but
don't think
no,
you can.
it doesn't. No, there is a version I think with a movable sensor, but not scry.
So you have met the target. I mean,
Okay.
because you've probably met, depending on who he looks like or who they are, you have met some of them that were to be diplomats and stuff with a little bit of time you stayed there.
Mhm.
So you for sure would have probably met them. So you're familiar. You're more instead of second hand, you are first hand. So +0 for the save.
I don't. I would think I'd have to know the individual I was actually trying to scry on though, and
Yeah.
I don't know who's in the party.
So
I wouldn't
okay,
be
so
sure
then
who I
that
need to scry.
technically would be a second hand. If let's see, you see, so yeah, you don't know a particular creature. So you would know like if this was like, well, technically you still can go like who you can search of just hand knowledge. Like you wouldn't know their name, but you would know like their station. I assume. Like maybe if you tried to scry like I know like the king's advisor and you don't have his name, I believe you have a chance. Well, the king's advisor, but as long as you're very specific on which king, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe you could try by scrying like you know the city of the deathless, Kisia's like most prominent ambassador or something like that might still work with secondhand knowledge, but you don't have any connections or likenesses or pictures, etc., or garments.
Just as a side thing, I was going to talk to Sarah briefly before we left the lair.
Okay. Littlest girl. What do you want to tell her?
Basically, I'm going to go up to her and I'm going to give her the old little stuffed rabbit that used to be my spell focus before I got the
Ah,
duck, and I'm going to give her that.
all right.
And I'm going to be like that, like this helped me get better at doing my stuff, so maybe it'll help you.
Let me see if it requires attunement.
I don't think
All
spell
right.
focuses require attunement.
Oh that's that's just a spell focus, not the rod, not a rod, right? Or is
Yeah.
that one a rod? Okay.
I, if I can make the rod my spell focus. If not, then I'll just keep my old spell focus.
No, the rod acts
No.
as a focus.
Yeah,
Okay.
it acts as a focus, so you can give her your old one.
Okay. It's like, I don't need this anymore. You can have it.
So she's actually enamored with the little bear because it was yours, and the bear has been around for adventures.
And it smells of
So
blood and death.
blood, death, ash,
and
dampness,
and magic.
magic, reeks of magic. All right. So yeah, I did mark the possible area that you guys could assume they ran into because you knew eventually at some point that paladins would check on this post right here,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not sure like if it was at the post or I mean they did leave the area because they did want to go explore after they went to the lizard's metropolis, but they probably went like a day and a half travel. Um,
So they we know they've already left the city of Kisia.
yeah,
So they're somewhere in this area.
yeah, most likely. They could even be in this town. You're not sure. You haven't heard for sure if like they've stopped in like a big village.
Oh,
The only thing was the paladins almost like engaged them until like the banner
you
was
know
like
what?
waved
We wouldn't
from the
even
tongue.
we wouldn't even need Serenity to go on Typhon since Typhon is smart now. You can just tell Typhon to go do it. Just like, hey, go fly around up there and tell us if you see anyone like stalking those deathless, and come back if you do.
Oh yeah, let's just ask him to fly over, look for the contingent of deathless on the road, and see if he can find it,
All
and
right.
then report back to us.
He actually would know what the hell the banner and everything looks like too,
Yeah, because
just from like shades of memory. It's like I know this. I had masters that had this banner, stuff like that. I was just thinking, would he remember? I was like, hell yeah, he would remember. All right.
So yeah, I'll ask Serenity if she wouldn't mind asking her good friend Typhon if he could do us this favor. We are
uh,
looking to save our friends, the deathless contingent.
the 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 ones that gave us Typhon and that threw the cow.
Exactly. There are people that we believe mean to do them harm. We need to look for them so we can save them.
Yeah,
And he is telling the truth. This is legit the truth.
I
Love it.
I can do that. I'll run over to Typhon and be like, "Hey, Typhon, do you remember the people you used to live with?"
I remember that time where I was a war beast. Yes.
Well, there are some people out there that are trying to hurt some of them on the road, and I was wondering if you could maybe like fly around and see if you see them anywhere, so you and then come back and tell us and find me if you do and tell us where they are.
I will try. I will do this for my friend who is a girl.
I'm going to step forward real fast and be like, Typhon, yes. Since you have agreed, please, when you search for them, look for us north of the road. We will be heading south to try to head them off.
Turn
I'm
his
saying we
head.
will be taking this path.
Yeah,
So if he could like fly this way and
from the watchtowers, he says,
yes, from the
as they
watchtowers.
call them, watchtowers, like the checkpoints at the border. Yes, I remember. I have sent many messages from there and back and forth to the city. I will do this. So he is going to go ahead and just take off.
As he takes off, Serene's just like, Typhon's so cool. I wish I could
All right.
fly sometimes.
So you guys are gonna head like kind of like off the mountains into the woods, kind of like go this way.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we're gonna hit here and head that
So
way.
let me. Are you taking a cart or walking? Probably have to walk.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna take a cart.
Well,
Walk.
actually, we probably should, honestly, because if you're walking with a group and you don't have your carriage, and they know you, they might think it's a little suspicious.
Well, the thing is also it'd be really hard to move it through like the mountains
forest.
and the woods, or
Okay.
yeah,
Well, we're not on the road. We're just kind of nearby.
yeah,
Sorta.
nearby.
Okay. Well, then that's probably not that bad then. I
'Cause,
thought
yeah,
we were.
well, we were gonna walk this way, and then from here, so that's all through the woods right there, and then hit the road, and then follow the road down. It would get weird there. What we might do is instead of taking a full wagon,
Just take
take
your carriage. Or
yeah, just take the carriage and then the horses without the carriage, without the wagon. So
yeah.
I'll be in my my carriage with two horses pulling it, and then we can have the other two horses for the wagon. You and
Yeah, just ride
Reese
regular
can
horses.
ride it, yeah.
All right,
Or
and
do you have your
they can
divine?
kind of graze most of the time, most of the food.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Do you have your divine horse?
Oh, you're talking about. Hold on.
Summon mount.
Let's see. Yeah, I think at level 3 I get Fine Steed.
Yep, it's second level conjuration. Let me see the paladin.
Let me see how long that shit lasts.
It's infinite.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it lasts a while.
I was
Yeah,
just
I
making
think
sure it wasn't a ghost horse.
Yeah.
Nope. The paladin version is instantaneous,
Nice.
and if the
Yep.
horse dies, he can resummon it, and it's the same horse with the same intelligence.
Yeah, it's actually
I'll-
second level for me.
I'll make him a little more pissy if you cause his death, of course.
Yeah.
Horses remember.
Well, I think if they get hit at all, like that's it. Like I don't think it's like I think it's like if it gets attacked, then it.
Oh no! It's if it drops to 0, it's just poof.
Yeah,
they have
you're
they have hit
thinking
points, it's
of
a legit creature.
Yeah.
you're thinking
Oh,
of Phantom Steed. It's Phantom
Yeah.
Steed that gets hit. It's gone.
Cool.
The horse you thought you saw.
Yeah.
I can make it a warhorse. Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping you'd take an
weren't
elk.
we? Yeah, weren't we talking about this a while ago? And we were like gonna go with some kind of creature from the Underdark that you rode.
Oh,
Oh God.
I don't think I. I guess yeah, it's up to you. It says, but your dungeon master may allow a different creature.
Let
So-
me Google Underdark alternative Underdark mounts.
I mean,
what-
I the prominent one is giant spider. I remember.
Oh gosh, striders. No, let's not. do
Okay.
Striders. That's weird. Spiders.
I am not going to. So there's a giant strider, which is
Spider.
yeah, a spider. It's the best choice. Striders voluntarily store as mounts. What the fuck is a strider? Because there's a spider and then there's a strider.
You could just DM create like a black raptor looking creature that's like the
Half ogre? Fuck
the
you,
the
no.
tauntaun. you
Get on my back, master.
You could have like an evil Underdark version of the tauntaun from Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, they do have lizards or toads or the spiders, or of course just go with horse and stuff so you fit in.
So this.
There's
go
the
ahead.
Steed at level 2, and there's the 4th level version.
Yeah, I don't have 4th level spells yet.
No, yeah,
Nice.
you don't. You get in one level, which is Find Greater Steed.
Right.
So Find Steed can only go up to a certain whatever, and then Find Greater Steed can make even better things.
Which is that's I believe the flying fuckers at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
fucking griffin and shit.
Heck yeah. So the beast is actually either celestial, fey, or fiend. So in this case, it'll be fey or fiend.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you want dark energies? Do you want rainbow energy?
Yeah, you can have a fiend horse, like it's like a horse, but it's from like the nine hell. It looks like it
Well,
came out of the nine hells.
the reason I say it could be either of those is because I'm an elf, but I'm tied to um, devils. So I could either go either way with that.
I'm gonna
Let's
send
Uh,
off.
I'm just imagining you like riding Shadowmare from
oh gosh,
from
yeah.
Elder Scrolls.
It can
Just
speak normal because it has an intelligence of 6.
Well, your steed can
Tireless.
understand but not speak.
Or sorry, understand. You're right.
it's
You're
not like Mr. Ed, the talking horse.
So
I think
Typhon
The
you
horse,
can
of
go
have-
the
course, of
whole
course.
day
I
way
think
the
you
hell
have,
over here. Yeah, 1.1.5.
Okay, I'll have to trade out for a different spell real quick. So let me just get rid of this. Actually, no,
Yeah.
I kind of want to keep that one on. I'll switch out this one. There we go.
So you have a telepathic link to your creature, so it can speak to you with a language telepathically, but it can only understand language, or it can only understand other people. So we could speak at it; it could understand us, but not be able to speak back.
Yeah.
But it can speak to you in whatever language.
Telepathically, as far as 1 mile. Dang, that's pretty good.
So you can do like summon horse from Red Dead thing. It just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just shows up. It's
Or
like,
or
yeah,
the Witcher, just you whistle and it's there.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
cool.
need to have this one prepared all the time because you just have it prepared once, cast it, and then don't prepare it the next day, and the horse is still there. It's just until it dies, then you'll be kind of fucked until you prepare it the next day.
I guess that's fair, but so are we using it for your carriage though?
No, this would be your personal steed.
Yeah.
The carriage would still have the normal horses.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I guess I can prepare a horse and use. I'll just do it before we leave, and then I can switch to something else after we rest or whatever.
Typhon is going to unsettle a lot of cattle, just being a griffin in the air. I mean, they just straight up fuck stuff. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, did you decide on spider?
Yeah, I guess we'll go with spider. I don't think two people would look too weird since I'm a drow. It's like, oh gosh, what is? Oh, it's
It's a drow. I understand.
So it's not going to be as fast as a horse, but it's got climb.
Heck yeah, it's got climb.
Yeah.
You
and web and shit, yeah.
using that racism to your advantage. Oh, it's just a drow. Of course they're gonna be weird and ride spiders.
I'd ride a fucking spider.
I think your steed can fight with you. Like
Heck yeah.
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 It is a battle steed. That's like why they have summon steed.
Yeah, exactly. So it will have it will be able to charge into combat with us.
Yeah, bite and shoot a web.
Yep.
Nice.
How
Does
do I
3d8 damage.
shot web? I don't know, David. I might have to nerf it.
Maybe when we go to
Honestly. That was a snake, not a spider.
Maybe when we go to Greater Steed, I can be like, hey, what about a phase spider?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
Love phase spiders. Those are so cool. Awesome.
Phase spider?
Yeah,
Phase, yeah, like blink in and out, like whoop.
Yeah,
They're
they can blink.
Terrifying to fight, dude. Holy shit.
How does that work as a mount? So if you're mounted on it and it phases, does it just disappear from below you?
Yeah, it would just disappear from below me.
That's probably, yeah. Or at least you don't have
Unless-
a gelatinous cube.
Like, I don't think its abilities allow it to. So.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about taking anything with it.
Aw. Fun. Otherwise, I'd say halfling riding a blink dog could do it too. You guys would have anime fights.
The greater steed can be up to challenge rating 6, I believe. Let me see if it says. Because normal fine steed is challenge rating 1.
Right.
And then greater, I'm trying to see if it says.
Oh, let me look at CR6 real quick. Hobgoblin Warlord. No. Get on my back, sir. A wyvern, a young or brass or white dragon.
It may just be challenge rating 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
goes to challenge rating 3, I want to say.
Okay, well,
Because
it's 3.
I know it's like Pegasuses and things like that. So whatever a Pegasus is.
Pegasus is 2. I'm looking at all the ones it lists.
Well, yeah, Face Spider is 3.
Teriodon or Periton is challenge rating 2. It's another one that is listed. Dire Wolf.
Oh my god, a snail. Yes.
Oh,
Flail
gosh.
snail. A large displacer beast would be cool, but same problem. Just no. Every time you hop on the saddle, you miss. The first time, I'd fucking do that. But yeah, wormlings or medium. No, you couldn't ride it.
It may just be challenge rating 2 now that I'm looking through it.
Okay. Please don't ride the Githyanki warrior.
Spirit
I don't
takes the
see-
form you choose: a griffin, a pegasus, a pertron, a dire wolf,
Elk.
rhinoceros, saber-toothed tiger. Choosing from.
Yeah. Every single one of those is just challenge rating 2. So
Yeah, it looks like it.
Dang. Oh well. It's not like it's that big a deal, I guess. I can use something else.
Oh, so are you going with Spider?
Yeah, I'll go with Spider for now.
Alright, he's gonna have to dash a little bit to keep up with the horses, which is fine. Because he's Spider. And so you guys will move.
well, I mean the horses aren't going to be pelting because they're pulling a carriage.
Yeah.
So I imagine the spider going at normal speed is about as fast as the horse is pulling the carriage in the woods.
And it probably can make up for the speed by being able to climb shit too,
Mhm.
where the horses can't go. Alright, so both of y'all can camp out. First day, make sure to knock your rations out and something. And the griffin has gotten really far. Pretty far. It's on dead, it's tireless, and it flies. Like, at a dash, all tireless.
I'm going to go ahead and just die.
Okay.
Just die. Just die.
Fucking die.
I don't want to deal with rations right now.
I don't want to manage my food. Ugh.
Revi will feed from you before your death.
Yeah.
And alright.
Man, that's weird to think about. Because you're technically alive, sort of.
Alright. And you can go.
Think of it like when think of my body as not being like
Oops.
my soul is stuck in here. I'm possessing a corpse.
Right.
And then I'm using my magic to turn the corpse into a living corpse. So it's basically a soulless but living body that I just possess.
Okay. So he is right here. It's day 2.
Yeah, you can get wormlings with summon greater steed.
But they're medium. That's the
Oh
problem.
yeah.
You
So you can
It'd
ride
be
them.
silly looking.
I mean, unless you want to just give it a large instead. I don't know.
What about a purple wormling?
Oh gosh.
Ooh, that's some burrow. Oh, you got to deal with like slamming into the ground because it burrows, or it'll just do a cool like surface burrowing shit.
No, I'll just hide in his mouth until it's ready.
it's kind of strange. So David, you wouldn't die from starvation in a day. So like, do you just like stab yourself and bleed out? I
Uh,
assume.
yeah. So I'll feed Revy, and then I'll be like, "This is too much," and then I'll just like slit wrists.
Excellent. Yeah, that's what I figured you'd had
Yeah,
to do to die.
yeah. Why don't you just be like, you know what, Revy, just drink it all.
You know what? Yes.
Yes. She hasn't drained anyone before. This is new. She almost did. If you remember her waking up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good thing you were there. But she's fuck. This is more like loyalty to master shit right here. You present her your arm and she just doesn't stop. She doesn't she can't even take anymore, but she's gorging herself on your blood just because
Yes.
it's the only thing that she can consume, and she wants her fill, and it's of course yours. She doesn't want to waste any.
Don't
So
spoil that.
this is very anyone looking in this direction is
Nope,
could
you're in the
slightly.
carriage, so I assume we
Oh,
didn't
okay,
see any of that.
good. No one wants to know what happens in the
Where
carriage.
where is Serenity, by the way?
Well, you're probably with Baylor Icon. You wanna ride the horse since there's a spare horse, or do you wanna ride in the carriage for most of the way?
No, I'll probably ride in the carriage for most of the way.
Okay.
Gosh,
I
I'm
imagine she
sorry.
couldn't ride a horse on her own, so she
Yeah.
would either have to be in the carriage or
Yeah,
on the
she
back
would.
of the second horse with the ear knees.
Oh,
Or is
that's
it
true.
ear knees?
No, the Earnese will take a horse. She doesn't want to fly this whole way.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She's in plate. She's like, fuck that. I'll take a horse.
Now, the
Yeah,
fact that she can
so
fly in plane is already impressive.
Yeah.
yeah, that is impressive. Yeah, I'm probably in the carriage. So I imagine the whole sucky thing would have to have taken place like sometime before we left and Serenity walked in the carriage. Unless you just don't care and you're like, today you're gonna see someone die from a vampire.
Gosh.
Use this as a learning experience.
Try not to die.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Revy's like fangs extend. Her face gets all like pale and bloodshot, and like then gorgeous.
Revy wouldn't even pay attention to you either because this is like she's enraptured by this whole process. So
I'm glad I'm not
more
seeing any of that.
the Karen is in a good mood just because you guys are on a horse and there is you guys are off to go do something. Even though you had to spend the night under the stars, it's not as bad. It's
She's
more
not-
open air.
Yeah, she's not stuck in a castle
Yeah.
underground.
Way off. Like I believe it's gonna be like a half a day. Hang on. You do see. Oh, it's like a quarter's day away. You do see like just a lot of lights, torch lights, just blips of them in the distance, going east and west. Nothing heading this way.
We'll probably camp out here
Mhm.
until the morning, and then so that we don't look too suspicious, just come. Or maybe we'll come out of the woods in the middle of the night. You know what? Maybe we'll try to do that. Use the cover of night to just come from the woods onto the side of the road where there's no patrol, where we don't see any patrols, and then just start going the rest of the way, if we can.
Well, yeah. If you want to get your long rest, you guys can just stop earlier, like rest, and then go in the middle of the night
Yeah,
to start popping out.
I'm down with that. I'm sure if Serenity doesn't want to change her sleep schedule, she can sleep in the middle of the night while we're doing that on like the seat of the carriage. She'll have one seat to herself.
Yeah.
It's a pretty comfy ride compared to the wagon, girl. The company might not be the best. Revy is reading and kind of just ignoring you, Serenity, as opposed to when she used to be your big sis. I mean, she smiles at you on occasion, but unless you engage her conversation, she's not really going to start one.
Hmm.
She smiles though, trying to be warm and friendly, even though especially after that like apology that you received. All right, so
I will try to
yeah,
start a
this was
conversation
day
with
one.
Baylor though, like some time like during the middle of the day or something. After
Okay.
like a really long and awkward silence
Yes.
of
Like
like a few
hand,
hours.
yeah,
To
like
Baylor,
hand
it's
on
not
your.
awkward. He'd just be like reading as well or something, passing the time studying.
So Serenity will be like, Mr. Baylor.
Yes, and he'll like slowly close his book. Not like in frustration. He's doing this calmly.
So I was wondering, why do you take me out?
Yes. Well, you're different than the other children.
Not
You're
really.
s- mm, you just don't see it. You're special. I want to see how special you really can be. I wouldn't want to waste your potential where I can foster it out here.
I
To
think
give you the Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that the other girls are special too. Mm, Uh, Patricia's really smart, and I think that she'd probably be better at this stuff than I do. I just slow you down and get in the way most of the time.
She is special, yes, but not quite as special as you. I don't think she could quite handle some of these situations. And for how squeamish you've been, you are doing remarkably well, child.
I
I
just don't
mean,
want to get in your way.
Do not worry about that. Just do what comes naturally, and let the fire and play with the fire.
Okay, I guess.
giant spiders are large size. Okay,
Just
and
having this conversation randomly while we're
Yeah.
trailing through the woods.
And I also say now that the silence is broken. Uh, Mr. Baylor, do you love us and the other? Do you love me and the other kids?
there it is. There's that awkward shit. Excellent.
Uh, he doesn't say, hold on. I'm checking something.
Uh,
Hesitation.
That question draws Revy's attention
All right, so you definitely see him pause.
for a moment.
I was going to see how well he handles this. I wasn't sure if I should do this one or.
It is a shock.
Yeah.
Eh. Love, huh? that whole thing.
Yes. Well, I value everyone there. And I can't imagine where we would be without each other. But love is well, it's a living emotion. Something that, as you can see, I have quite shed. It's difficult for me, you see.
so you don't love us?
I love you the best that I can, of course. But
Oh,
it's just a difficult thing for one such as I. And if someone were to tell you, someone who, or if someone were to tell you that they did, but they were quite as strange or different, I would think it would be quite a lie, and you shouldn't trust them quite so much. That's just them wanting something from you.
Mm. All right. And then Serenity just sits back in her chair and just says, I see. I told him that he loved us."
Revy kind of like gives you a strange look. Like, who were you talking to there?
I was talking to Baylor.
No, no. The response totally love us.
Mm. Serenity just shakes her head and just says, "No one."
She gives you Revy gives you a glance, Baylor. It's kind of
Yeah.
a knowing one of
Yeah,
what was said earlier.
right. We'll share a look, and then I'll just stare for a bit at Serenity in the unblinking way of the undead.
Serenity's gonna say, "Did I say something bad? Should I not have asked a question?"
No, it's
I'll
not
be
the question.
I'll be quiet, and then she just sits down, like looking down at her feet, like she did something wrong, and she says, "I'm sorry."
I was going to interrupt and say it's not the question. It's something else. Oh shit! Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Meta. I can't tell if that is a brown recluse or a wolf.
Brown
Well,
wolf.
It's a brown wolf. Brown wolf spider. It's a very new species.
Oh Jesus!
They're cloaked from the fiddle on their back, so you can't tell that they're
yeah.
poisonous.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Wolf.
Is David being killed by a spider right now?
He's getting
Quite
killed.
possibly.
Baylor's weakness: spiders.
Just
No,
so
I got
happens
it.
that you're riding one.
I crushed
Yeah,
it and got
for me
it
it's
in
fine.
here.
Oh yes, he's dead.
I got it in a water bottle so I can look at it later. I think it may just be a wolf spider, but
Wait, did
They
it
still
bite
honestly,
you?
hurt.
no.
Okay.
No, I think it might just be a wolf spider, but honestly, I don't like chancing it between the two
Yeah.
when I can't tell the difference.
Right.
Yep, like snakes.
All right, sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. You didn't die, so that's a good thing. What happened in your last session? Oh, fucking guy died. Oh man, what happened to his character? No, player. Fucking died.
How'd
While we
you
were
ex-
playing, man.
You extended your gaming into the real world and killed a player? Gosh. Uh,
So,
I
man,
don't
you
know how
guys
to feel
take
about
role
that.
play way too seriously.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's cool. He came back. He's coming back next session as a lich. What?
Yes, if only.
Is this another one of your April Fool's jokes?
Um,
Uh,
all right, so let's see. Going back to it, I don't remember exactly where I left off.
Loved as best you could.
Yeah,
Look at Revy.
yeah, and then Serenity said the thing, and then got all contrite, but it wasn't the question. Always ask questions when we're in the privacy of just our group. But it was just, well, your friend. Would you mind telling me about him?
Serenity just looks at him really confused.
Revy ends up helping. It's like, the one who you're linked to with your power. Knowing that that's how you receive your power as a warlock. Tell us
Se-
about your
Serenity takes this to mean Typhon, and she says, "Well, he's really." She doesn't say that, but
Yeah.
she just assumes she's talking about Typhon. Well, he's really cool, and he's fun to talk to, and he really cares for me, and
Oh my god. So Revy is unsure
and,
you're talking to the about patron
yeah,
unless you message you say something about flying or
yeah.
something that's obviously a griffin.
And
You
she
pick it up.
just and she says, and I'm really glad I met him.
Revy
He was
nods.
hard to
No, I'm
talk
kidding.
to. He was really hard to talk to at first, but now it's not so hard because we understand each other.
I'm not gonna respond at this point because I know I'm just not. It's just gonna go in circles. Um, I'm going to. Am I decent in a? I am not decent in a game of any sort.
Oh,
I was gonna see if I had any kind of proficiency with a game, like some classes or whatever do, but I'm only proficient in disguise kits and forgery kits.
well, you could play with
Dress up.
straight stat, but you don't get your proficiency bonus
Yeah.
with it. So you could just brute force your intelligence or your dexterity if you're playing jacks, I assume. Yeah, something like that. Or a
I was.
card game called Bullshit, which I guess is charisma.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I, I'll pull out like a deck of cards and see about engaging Serenity and see if she wants to play.
Be careful with those cards. You might regret drawing something you didn't want.
Not
Oh, no.
not that kind of deck.
Yeah, so Serenity will play, but Serenity only knows how to play Go Fish, so.
Are you down for Go Fish?
Let's play Go Fish.
Holy
Okay.
shit, yes. All right.
Get ready to lose, old man.
The future is now.
Revy is actually smiling at you playing Goldfish with her after the "Do you love us?" question. If this doesn't prove your love, I don't know what does.
Does she say that?
Uh, no, but well, no, but she's kind of given that like a smirk to Baylor.
And so we'll just pass some of the time playing.
You guys don't. You're popping out of the road. There is by this bridge, unless you want to try and cross the bridge. There is just a checkpoint by this bridge where you're gonna have to state your business, and you'll run into guards and paladins.
All right, so yeah, we'll hit the road um, in the middle of the night, and then we'll start down the rest of the way. We will go across the bridge, and um, I'll just explain that I'm going to meet with the
While
our
you're still
allies to see
dead?
if I can. Well, no, I'll spend
No.
an hour in the morning in the carriage, um, meditating. So you'll probably in the carriage in the morning. If you wake up, you'll wake up at some point because this will be the night that we. This will be the morning after the night that we went onto the road. You'll wake up to probably like Baylor spending an hour just in meditation, mumbling words. And while he died because of blood loss, so his body didn't really start decomposing at all, and he looked kind of still alive, but you'll just notice color start returning to his face and things like that, and then eventually he'll have to start breathing again.
You are getting strange looks by the time you just see you pop out of the road. They don't notice in the middle of the night much of the you guys in the carriage, and they're thinking, in this light in the middle of the night that Verdar is just riding a horse. a really dark, hard to see horse because it's large size and you're up around horse level and you're wearing plate. But as the day progresses and you get to this checkpoint, they are the first thing they do notice is uh, Berdar on his spider. And what was it that you said in the carriage that you had business?
Yes, I was going to try to make a trade agreement uh, with the Deathless. I wanted to meet the new allies and try to secure a trade agreement.
You hear one of the paladins just say they're their own allies yet. They merely carry the banner of the past. He says, kind of aggravated. The guard, the official guard, actually dealing with you all. Um, he's kind of just giving a strange look to that giant spider. Uh, Verdar, you're getting a couple paladins walk up to you, just looking out of curiosity, hands on their. These are younger ones, hands on their swords, just like resting on the pommels,
They're just
and they're
jealous.
kind of giving you kind of a small, like, jeering look as they look at the spider. The spider's mandibles like twitch, and it chitters slightly. Jelly, not jelly of his ride. They're suspicious of his ride,
Uh-huh.
but the guard who is more used to like mixed and whatnot than paladins is just like, you don't have a problem with this warrior's mount, do you? To the paladins is like, because I don't think that has anything to do with being illegal, and just because a creature's a spider doesn't make it inherently evil. Don't you guys have some like undead or something to chase? And the younger ones are just looking like, they just walk off. Yeah, yeah. They just walk off. I was like, fucking paladins. I think they know everything. He says to you, Baylor, handing you your like forms of your papers of nobility and whatnot.
Yeah, I think
The
him and
guard
be like,
also gives you a little wave to use Serenity.
I wave back and smile.
I'll thank him and then just be like, yes, they are quite overly militant, yes, and I'll just kind of chuckle, even if it's a terrible joke.
They don't understand the adventurers ride around here all the time. I mean, just yesterday. I mean, I thought we all thought we saw a griffin in the sky, and that's nothing. That's nothing new. And yet it's just kids. He just says, like, going back to his post. He's got a little rank. He's a little pudgy. So this is kind of like a nice, easy trade checkpoint post.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, just because of an agreement, the paladins are stationed here as like an early warning for evil and whatnot. But they're literally just like taking up space. The ones here, the paladins here, are young, but they're idle. They're idle. They're disorganized. A couple of them are reading crates. You see one as you guys are like continuing on, like one just like arms behind his head, just like mapping against the building. A couple of them are playing cards. They just look up at you all for a moment. They have like jeering looks and snide remarks that are said about the spider mount. Karen just mentions to you, just Verdar. She's like, "Ugh, if any of them get too close, I swear I'll put an arrow in one of them."
Hopefully, we won't have to worry about that here, and they will keep their distance.
They better
Hopefully
keep
he
their
keeps
distance.
himself.
All right, so you guys are a little bit past the bridge before you have to camp again. Do you choose to die or live?
That's such a weird.
I'll stay alive for now.
All right. So camping will start day 3, and I have to move the Griffin because he is day 3. The Griffin can make it back to you all with some time. Uh, there is something hovering above, and Karen looks at it and knocks her arrow, and she's just like, oh god. Oh, she's just kind of like, I thought something was coming for us, and I almost forgot. So she puts her arrow back and puts her bow back on herself, and there's a knock on the carriage. Hey, I need the girl. He's back.
Ah. So I'll go ahead and open the door.
Serenity
You're-
says, "Wait, who's back? What?"
Serenity, it is like a little. It's night, so you're a little dreary, and
And I
Karen
don't.
smiles and
I
says,
also
"What
don't
do you?"
have dark vision.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. She doesn't know you don't. She's like, "Oh, you have to call him. It's Typhon." She says, like, kind of like getting ready to like help you out of the carriage, like all sweetly and everything, just because you're all like bleary eyed and adorable because you're 10.
I just give a big yawn and say, "Typha?
He's above.
I don't see anything. It's dark."
She's gonna. She just says, "Hold on to me, child."
What? Oh, okay.
And she like puts one arm around you, and wings come out, and she starts going up.
Serenity just shrieks like, "Ah!"
No, it's okay. We're not gonna fall as long as you don't set me on fire again. Um, she says, like remembering that. She's like, "Hey, hey!" She's yelling at Typhon, and Typhon like starts to, hover as best as he can. And now Typhon, you and Karen start moving up. This is cause. I mean, you guys can hear the ruckus outside, like, cause it's up in the air above y'all, the camp. So you know this is going on now, cause it wasn't exactly that quiet.
Do I
Uh,
see Typhon?
yeah, you can see Typhon now, cause she flies up like within 20, 30 feet of him.
In that case, I'm like,
It's still dark.
I just wave and say, "Hey, Typhon."
I have found them. Let us get somewhere safe. Everyone's just gonna land near the camp. He's gonna get slightly he's not gonna land on the camp. He's gonna land near the camp.
Yeah.
I have located them. They have decided to stay what it looks like to be several hours south of the village. I don't know why, but they should have made it. They could have made it there by now, but they choose to camp outdoors. There's a tent with a banner that I recognize and everything.
Then we should go meet them as soon as we can.
So I'm going to change possible area to actual area.
Didn't I also ask them to ask him to look for anyone that might be following them?
He doesn't see anyone. He just sees the tent.
Okay. I run up to Typhon and give him a hug around his skeleton neck, and I say thank you.
Do you still need of me, or shall I return?
Uh, I I
He
look
says,
I look around and I say, well, it's okay with me if you want to stay here with us.
I will stay,
But
but
if you want to go, you can go back.
I have no one to really speak to if I return, so I will stay with you for a time. And he says, he nuzzles you again. My friend who is a girl.
I'll. What time is it?
It is going to be like 1 a.m. ish.
Okay. Uh, n- well, I did everyone hear that? Was everyone awake?
If you're talking to him,
Yeah, I'm talking about like
yeah.
Baylor and Verdar.
Yeah.
Were they all there?
I mean,
Well,
yeah, we all
with,
stepped out of
Okay.
the wagon.
yeah, within earshot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
because there's a big ruckus
I
about
just
like he's
turn
here.
I just turn around and be Typhon found him.
Ah, good to hear. We shall
Typhon
go to them
once again
immediately.
explains to the camp. Shall I go to them with a message, or shall I stay here with you for a time, girl?
Uh, I don't know, Baylor. What do we do? Are we gonna go? I'm tired.
Ah, you can go back to bed, little one. Typhon, if you wouldn't mind bringing a message to them to expect us and to watch out for any undesirables, to be cautious.
I look to Typhon to give him, a nod to say like, yeah, you can do what he says. Because I don't know if Typhon will just listen to anyone else or if he looks
That no,
for my
he does look
approval
to you.
before. Uh,
Uh, yes, I could take a message to them. They do not know to expect me, but they may perhaps have seen me follow them. That they recognize what I am. So
okay.
what
Well,
message will you send? Are you gonna write something?
uh, I I I pat Typhon on his head and I
All right.
say, I'm going back to sleep. I'll see
Rest
you
well,
tomorrow.
girl.
And then I'll go and wherever I sleep, and I'll try to go back to sleep.
So Typhon stands by. You're not sure whether to. He's not sure whether you mean to like send him come with a written message or
No,
send
I asked him to
tell them.
tell. Yeah, it was spoken. I asked him
Okay.
to tell them to expect us and to be cautious of hidden elements.
Expect the carriage with a mounted spider. Allies. Very well. I will do this.
Thank you.
And with .3 day, he'll
Man,
make it here because that's what he has left, as far as he can into the night, and then time picks up when you guys wake up. But he'll get there.
it's totally not going to be strange to have a griffin land and be like, "Hail, hail, old friends." I'm like, what? What?
Yeah,
Wait.
no, that's gonna be new. It
When?
talks.
Like, have they always been able to do this? Like, I don't know. Has anyone tried talking to one of them?
It's
No, they're
totally not.
griffins.
I had make sure that's the correct town. I had named it in a different copy of this map. So there it is. Einor. All right. It's a big, pretty. It's a pretty big town, but the road does cut through it. So if you need to, Revi will feed once again.
Yes.
Uh, those of you that need to eat, go
I
to eat.
I eat whatever is given to me naturally.
We have rations.
All right. The giant spider is going to take like most of the night to like try and catch bugs and whatnot, and will succeed after a time. Just because of its huge, big ass like webs that it can do. So when you wake up Verdar, you see that it like you find several things that are like husks, like rather actually you find like a rabbit that has been like drained dry. It's like a husk, and looks like probably another one that like must have came out of the burrow early morning and is like wrapped up in the web, like immobile, like it's like a squirming mass with like rabbit fur like sticking out.
Ugh.
So it saved a meal for later.
Actually, I don't know why I'm saying that. I guess for me that's kind of because that's yeah, but character-wise, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
This is why I like you. You get your own food.
yeah. And the horses just graze like normal. Graze a lot, but there's a lot around here. The grass kind of recovers a lot. And as you guys will begin your next day, In half a day, he will deliver this message. And that's a thing. What is? Uh, he learns something from them. After like swords are drawn, he says he comes with peaceful message, and he describes you, Baylor, and Verdar. And when he describes Verdar and the little girl, the one when Verdar is described, the Deathless accompanying him, like take big interest in like sheathe their swords, and they know it's peaceful. It's like, oh, that sounds like the plated one. He comes with the one in the robes and the child. So cutting through Ainor, you can buy supplies and take half the day. Uh, do you come in the spider? Uh, at the outskirts of town, the guards are very kind of immediately like stop you all. Uh, there are no paladins at this gate, but there are probably some in town.
Okay.
But the ones at the gate is like, whoa, we have no issues with you all coming to town, but that thing will cause a panic, and it kind of just chitters and drools a little, because it's a big spider, has a little poison.
I, will stay. Well, I mean, it is trained like your horses.
You'll have to stable that outside, sir. It's racist, but it is. You can't just. I'm gonna assure you, as much as it's trained, you will have to. He's trying not to say it, but he's just gonna say it. Our village is not. That would cause a panic here. Please, sir. If it is trained, leave it outside. But then you can enter with the rest. We will make sure it is unmolested. The thing just like is chittering. You get a big like. If it makes you feel better, I'll stay with it from Karen.
No,
like,
I'm sure if it's stabled, it will be fine. It won't let anyone near it, of course.
This thing picks a hell of a time to also take its now stopped quivering mass and plunge its fangs into it at this exact moment. And the guards kind of just shiver, and then the thing just eats and then just like leaves the husk, like the drained rabbit husk on the ground near it. And it's just chittering and looking at you. Do you just tell it to stay?
Yeah, I'll tell it. Stay here for now. We'll be back in a little bit. And we'll take you back with us.
It just rubs its teeth together. The rest of you can go in easily unmolested, no questions. Just you look like your money coming through. No big deal. Just that fucking thing can't come in. Oh, come on. No. You can't bring a giant spider into the village. I'm sorry. Well, into the town. It's much bigger than a village.
Rich people and their oddities.
So this place is actually rather humble compared to Bergsdale. It is a lot cleaner than Silverton because there's not grubby miners anywhere. These are like hardy farming folk that have put together like a good village, and this smells of uh, just hearths and whatnot like permeate the air. This place is also it's known for its good quality breads and sweets because it also is trades with another town nearby for meats. There's several mills that you can see in the distance too, near the fields. But the people here are simple folk, hence the giant spider would freak them the fuck out. Okay, they're kind of rustic here. They're honest types. They're looking at you, the rest of you all, like you're kind of like highfalutin just because you're wearing plate or you have a carriage. Not that much they're used to seeing around here. There's a lot of carts everywhere. But supplies here, there's normal general stores if you need to buy rations or any rope or anything like that. There isn't much in the way of magic items. There are good quality blacksmiths that make blades, but there are no real armor smiths that don't work on anything other than leather. Leather is plentiful here. There's lots of racks drying out leather, stuff like that. But other than that, town's rather unremarkable.
Okay. I'm just here to stop and stop for the people who need a rest one night because we've been on the road for like 3 days now or whatever.
Yep.
We'll rest
Karen is
tonight and in the morning.
Karen. So you all want to stay in a tavern, or you can stay in the carriage?
We'll stay in a
Or
tavern.
okay. 3 silver here for a room. Strange thing. There are no luxury rooms. They're all just normal, comfortable rooms. Of course, the common area. Highfalutin. So if you asked for, can I have a suite, or like a what? Suite. The largest room we have. Oh, sorry, sir. All the rooms we have are same size. They're clean. They're well made, but they're all just comfortable rooms, but not wealthy rooms. So 3 silver comes with a meal. Meals separately are 2 silver. The little girl. What are you wearing, Serenity?
My usual ridiculously frilly
Frilly
Lolita
dress.
dress. Yeah.
Okay. So you are actually ogled a little bit by like bar wenches and like other older women who are just saying that aren't you absolutely adorable. Verdar is like seen with fear. So is Karen, both of you in plate. Fear as in like you might bring something here because you're like way decked out. Like maybe you're on the run from some monster or some shit. You're just getting strange looks. Other than that, nothing much going on. If you guys stay the night, it'll be day 4, and you guys can make it. Depending on when you leave, you guys can make it there rather quickly. Give me in the morning. Give me wait. No, actually, your passive perceptions are good enough, unless somebody has like a 9. I don't think anybody does.
Passive?
Yeah,
No.
12. Karen
No,
picks it up
mine
too.
definitely
Okay.
does. Mine's 15.
Okay. So you guys actually hear that there was a panic when the Deathless came to the gate. Makes sense why they're not here. So not only were they ordered to that they couldn't come into the town, but perhaps a brave representative of the town can go down and meet with them. But instead, they did not want to cause trouble, the procession. So they complied, and they set up camp, even though like it's rained on them a few times and all that. They have set up camp a couple hours south, just a little bit off the road. It's unnerving that these people like dared to come in here, and see, you're getting a bunch of just close-minded farmer talk when it comes to them.
So racist.
Yes, like I don't care if they're deathless or wave the ancient elven rebellion banner that formed the kingdom. I don't care about all that history, but we don't need any of them undead spooking the horses. Ha 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 ha. Stuff like that. Uh, Not knowing who the fuck they actually have in their midst.
Yeah.
Stuff about we don't need that evil in here, even though they're not evil. Even though you're the ones like eating breakfast or just like staring at the people discussing this nonsense in the inn. The inn is very popular in the mornings too for
So
breakfast.
Serenity over the breakfast table will mutter something about
Murder.
murder everyone in the tavern. No, it's well within my power to do so. But um, she'll mutter like, "Why are people so mean to undead? I don't get it." Aren't people people too?
Some people are just incredibly ignorant.
Serenity
So
just nods her head and says, "Yeah."
they all go out to go do their honest work. Also, giving a wide berth space to the two and freaking breast or full plate, not wanting any of that problem. The only ones that have an interest in the two wearing full plate is the guy that it's somewhat of a weaponsmith here. He makes decent quality blades, but his specialty more is like farming implements and more complicated stuff like that. But he has good short blades, and he's very proud of a nice halberd he's made. Stuff, but nothing too fancy. Nothing like Bergsdale or Alamance with like proper weaponsmiths. But if you need to put down some goblins that are breaking into the chicken house, he can make you a reliable short sword. Stuff like that. So he's the only one that's just. He's not even like pitching anything to you. He's just like gawking at you all because it's fucking full.
He's
Right.
seeing like heavy like workmanship stuff. So he's
Yeah.
like, man, one day I'll be able to make stuff like that.
Like no one will be able to afford it in this town, so I probably got to move on. All right. So you guys, if you leave in the morning, you can make it here pretty much like right before noon.
Cool.
As you guys are heading out, you can see where the paladins are. The paladins are at this south gate. So when your mount is brought to you, uh, because Karen says she'll go get it. Karen's riding the thing.
Nice.
While she leaves you the house or the
Ignore
house, the
that.
horse.
I didn't mean to do
Okay. Behold,
that. Behold.
they bring it about. The paladins are all hands on their blades, eyeing you all with suspicion.
What's wrong with the spider? Gosh.
Right?
Just draws so many eyes.
Yeah,
Racist.
like if they like go for the swords when they see the spider, they're like, okay, seriously, it's a spider.
Haven't you guys ever seen a mount before?
Spider with a saddle thrown on it.
It's
Ha-
trained the same way as your horses.
have you
Even better,
have
actually.
you never
Yeah,
been to
better.
the Underdark before? Really?
Really, racist. Bet you never even heard of drift either. All right, so they're eyeballing you, but they also mouth off and they tell you like, "Hey, you better watch out for those skeleton freaks down the south way. If you're headed that way,
Why?
they don't know your business."
What's going on with that?
Oh, you ask, and it's like undead. I mean, it's just bad thing to have all around.
I mean, did they stab you?
The hell's that supposed to mean? The other ones kind of just like laugh. No, but they're kind of asking for it. Just watch yourself, travelers. All right. You don't want the little girl getting hurt or lady in the pretty armor over there. And Karen just looks and I was like, oh. And she just looks at them and was like, let me put an arrow in him. Please. Please let me put an arrow in him.
Serenity's frowning noticeably.
The bad thing is, I really kind of want you to. No, not yet.
All right, well, y'all take care. They say just getting one of the kind of guy, he has like slick black hair, kind of just like brushes his hands, like, all right, guys, come on. He looks like the greaser of paladins.
So,
Look-
I got it.
Serenity just like does that thing where she sticks her tongue out and goes, "Nee."
Eh. All right, let's see.
Serenity just turns around and says, "People like that make me so mad. Makes me want to burn them."
Eventually, we will be able to openly. Not yet.
Revy says it'll be glorious. She says, like, with bloodthirst in her eyes. You guys are finally you seeing Typhon. Just that's the first thing you see in the distance, just like near the tents, like sitting like almost like a statue, just formally, and outside of there's a tent with banners. Let me move over the map here. Oh, and actually, and also grab it. Oh, wait, wrong map.
Who's
Not
been
that one.
teaching Typhon etiquette?
Let me also grab.
I'm sorry.
Let me grab a tent. I want a big ass tent. Well, not one covered with snow, but
That's not
orange
snow,
sky.
it's ash. Ash from the bodies of their enemies.
And I'll move in a second. I'm just putting some banners down, and then I gotta grab Griffin since he's with them. There he is. I had. Yeah, that'll do for now. I have an icon for him somewhere. I don't know where the hell it went. Unless the overmap has him actually as a token. It does. I'll grab that. Ah, the ribbon didn't go with it. There we go. Typhon is here. In a tree. Clip clop, bitches. There y'all are. Alright. So, Typhon makes a noise which actually brings out everybody from the tent.
He makes a griffin noise, like "Grah!"
Uh,
or
so he announces you guys coming in. Uh, the first one out of the tents were supposed to be the guards, but the one wearing a what looks like to be a fine cloak that is probably purchased recently, honestly, um, comes out, turns its head to look at you all, and is confused upon seeing the giant spider. But for that moment, that confusion becomes realization. I was like, ah, this is what the speaking griffin meant. Oh, it looks like they're here. Yes, along with the plated one. And the plated one's servant. Hail, plated one. Hail, servant of the plated one. Hail, heroes of our city. They say. Servant of the plated one, she says, turning her head to you. I don't like that.
What?
You can get out of the carriage if you wish, or head forward. Clip
Yeah,
flop.
I'll step out of the carriage.
Alright. You just recognize heroes of the city. To the back. There we go. I was trying to grab these guys. So these deathless here, it looks like they're also wearing, instead of bronze from when you met, they're actually wearing what looks like to be some like chainmail from this era. Apparently, they might have been able to trade some goods along the road here and there and update their equipment from just bronze.
Awesome.
That's good.
So they in lead now?
Lead, no. Yeah, no, they're wearing like iron and steel mail. They do have a shit ton of old coinage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Serenity runs
Typhon
over to Typhon.
immediately breaks discipline.
and and we just have a girl and her horse moment where we gallop, where he like gallops towards me, and I like run towards him, and I like hug him.
Like, so emotional.
Ah, yes. And I remember you did give them your names for Dar, Baylor, Hallow, but he doesn't know these two per se. These two names per se. Doesn't know Revi's name much either. Is an honor. And he immediately bows like a full bow to you all. The others respond with taking a knee for a moment. We are still humbled and glad to have seen you again after the end of the siege. You bring us warning. Do you know more? The Griffin only spoke for us to be wary, which is an easy task for us, seeing as we do not require rest. And he provided us reconnaissance of the area during the night. But what manner of danger do you speak? He's speaking with absolute trust and faith in y'all because of what you did.
It has come to our attention. I'll speak as I'm walking forward. That while you are starting negotiations to bring back the treaty with the city to the north, there are some elements, the paladins, the religious in particular, that would see that treaty undone. And while they are not allowed to go against the law, their oaths, they are encouraging adventurers to set out and remove yourselves from their equation.
What? That would go against the ancient agreement. That would be spitting in the face of their king. And those are paladins of both Palor and Heronius. They would not allow such an evil act. This is troubling. Are you sure what you say is true? He's not saying in a questioning manner, but he's more questioning your sources in a way, being respectful, of course.
I'm trying to remember, how did we learn about this again? Because
I was me and Karen were in the we were with the where the guards tend to
hang out in the ramen shop.
At the ramen shop. Basically, it was stated that there was rumored that a group of adventurers had been tasked by the nobles to, and it wasn't for sure whether or not they were set to dispatch the undead or not. We don't have any confirmation either way. We just know that they were said to at least encounter them or meet them. That's all that was rumored. We don't know for sure if it was to kill them or remove them.
But it does serve your purposes to say so.
Right.
Just in case.
Okay, yeah, I'm echoing. I can hear myself.
Oh, there you go. I think it fixed it.
Okay, cool. I'll just bring up that we've I heard about this through you two, and I'll defer to you to explain that to them.
Okay. That is treacherous, if not to say the least, and also for those two orders to allow that to happen. Why? That goes against what they stand against. We are not abominations. We are people. You also pick up that this one compared to the others has a better hold of common than the others. The others are speaking like a old ass dialect of Elven when he speaks to them.
Mm-hmm.
But this one has picked up common really quickly. Linguist. But He's picked up. You also notice that piled outside are a couple crates that have just books. Not an old moldy crate or anything like that, but they must have traded, and there are books. You're not sure exactly what, because you'd have to come up and go up to them to read them. But there's been they've had spent some time here, trying to trade and establish relations and try and get clearance to go more north, except that the road cuts through that town,
Mhm.
and they have been denied entry there. This is very troubling. So you've come to escort? He's trying to figure out his purpose. What is you come to giving us a warning, which we've taken heed, but your presence does honor us. Do you intend to escort us forward or
Yes.
send us back? So we go forward.
Yes, I would not hamper your attempts at negotiation. I would like you to reach their leaders and at least be able to put forward your case. Whether the negotiations fail there, that is for fate to decide. I just want to ensure your safe travels.
In ancient Elven, those of you that pick up Elven get a broken version of this. So it's like we, of course, these words are clear. The Order of Vidar, follower of the Plated One. Um, and then the rest is in that kind of old ancient Elven. Are sworn to protect, and we will give our lives and unlife and immortality to protect the one that we are tasked to protect. We honor we are honored by your offer and your warning. The one speaking common like raises the ambassador just raising his hand, speaking in common. It's like now, relax, at ease, men. He just says to them, and he's just gonna speak to you a little closer now. Yes, these with me are sworn to protect me, and they are rather skilled, if a bit. We are ill-equipped. Not that we are without coin, mind you, but we are equipped. If you will escort us, we will pass on to the prince what you've done, and we can pay the way as well. We will gladly pay. I let it not be said that my people are a poor people. We are cooperative. We seek trade. We have been blessed with immortality, and we have citizens who will work tirelessly, adventurers who can stand guard uh, infinitely throughout the night without rest. We can contribute to this land. We only wish our voices to be heard.
I have
Will you
absolute.
agree to? Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I have absolute ability or absolute faith in your ability, and would like to see your people prosper. Uh, I will accept your offer of coin in repayment and continued friendship with your people.
Uh, all right. Irenes is gonna pop out for a horse in a moment and head over to Verdar, and kind of she knows you hate this, so she kind of like jabs you with a little bit with her plated elbow. Did you hear that? Order of Verdar. Look, it's cute. They even got chainmail now. I think they're still spotting those bronze maces though, but you know, one step at a time.
Right.
Uh, the ambassador just bows again. I was like, "Thank you." So you will accept, and you will take us to the city. We were told that not that past this city that denies that bars our entry, there is another one, and we could possibly speak in their court. but we would need somebody who also has rank in this kingdom. Perhaps someone landed. Do you know of such a person?
I would be able to support you in this endeavor.
You have letters of mark and rank. He says, uh, no longer afraid approaches Typhon on the side too, just like no longer afraid of just fucking Griffin that came. I bring warning. Oh shit.
Yes, I have sway in the count's court.
Yeah.
I have sway in the count's court with some land that was gifted to me.
He asks if he can see your papers,
Ah, sure.
and he does his best to try and read them. I says like, oh, this is very well and good. This for meeting was fortuitous. This is not only will we able to possibly get through the town, but we'll be able to immediately uh, go ahead and present our case. He speaks in ancient Elven to the men. Those of you know Elven pick up bits like, uh, it looks like we will be saved again by these heroes, for they freed us first, and now they will allow us to grow. The men nod, and they tend to cheer a little bit amongst themselves, seeing as like the mission may finally proceed. Other than, well, fuck, I guess we're gonna sit in a tent here and attempt to make trade on people coming by, and not piss off the two paladin, the groups of paladins around here. So like the mission seems to actually be going to go forward. Ancient Elven, you pick up. Well, then maybe we can recruit more for the order. That will be up to the plated one to decide. Yes, I spoke out of turn. Forgive me.
Yes.
With your influence and your charity, our people will be indebted to you once again. You already brought us warning as well. He's going to go and in between the Griffin, walks over to you, Serenity, and he just opens his hand and he presents you what looks like to be like an old cut opal. It's very pretty, and he presents it to you.
Wow.
Payment for your warning. He is assuming, it was probably like one of the adults' ideas, but it's obvious who this Griffin belongs to.
All right. So Serenity takes it and she's like, "Wow, thank you. It's so pretty."
It's all yours. Like these guys have brought treasures, but it's hard to rob them because not only are these men trained, but they do not sleep.
Yes.
So Serenity looks up and like takes his hand and shakes it and says, "Thank you, mister."
You're very welcome. Shall we pack up our things and head north?
Yes. We can head out immediately. If you are prepared.
I will get myself and the men ready. Men, I will gather the documents and the treasury and the gifts that we are to present. You all tear down the thing. My lord, if I may. Yes, you may. I understand. It is very important. So they're all going to start tearing down except this one. Walks up to the plated one. The Irenes is just trying not to laugh. Prepare thyself, O plated one, she says, kind of jeering at you. He's kneeling. O plated one, we have done the best we can to continue the order. He's still kneeling, like with one knee. He like pulls a chainmail. We have taken it upon ourselves to get the within our resources and those that would trade with us the most. Oh, hold on. No, I'm gonna say like it's fucking nice and cut. 500 gold. Which is
500.
like fucking gold. It's like
Okay.
nothing to them right now. They have way more to present, and this was just like a bauble to them. Here you go, child.
Yes.
He could have given you something like for 50, but he's just like, that's an insult. Here, there was tons of treasures to plunder
This
in
is
that
an
area.
insult to the supreme being Einzel. Oh wait, this is the wrong.
Yeah, exactly. No, he has eyes on gold. Plated one. We have done our best to wear the heaviest of armors, and we have cast those of us that were able. We have cast off the soft brass and bronze that we wore, and are wearing more stronger meshed steels. We do await the chance that we can bear plate as yourself. We have also trained as tirelessly, day and night, to attempt to reach the skill that you have with your blade. Tell us, plated one, do you have anything else that you have, now that you are here, that you have to tell us?
So this whole order thing, when did this go?
With a conversation you had with some of them, they kind of just made up the rest of the shit in your
Yeah.
absence.
Yeah, like in character, I probably should be like, well, that happened. But okay. Let's see. So they're in like, are they in like chain? Is that what they said they were wearing?
They're in they're in like our this period's chainmail is the best they could get at this point. Like you see, like in the trees, that there is a crate that's now being filled with like their cast off like bronze plates that have like turned green, or they tried to clean up the most they could.
And then they have steel weapons.
Yeah, no, well, one of them, this one has steel weapons. The rest of them have their bronze still.
Okay.
They're still trying. It's just a matter of who, who will trade with them versus like they don't have the cash.
Right.
They probably overpaid for this shit too.
Yeah. Um. That's probably one thing we should like let them know is that their gold is probably worth more than what they than what it was.
Yeah,
Probably
playing.
actually
Yeah.
let them know that.
Yeah.
You what now? He's like, wait, it's worth the. We were paying triple.
Um. Yes. Well, since time has passed quite a bit, the value of your coin is actually worth more.
You
Then
know,
perhaps we should have been more of a mercantile order. He says, just like thinking.
Well, this may help you acquire more equipment for your gear for you guys for the group. Um, weapons and armor and whatnot. If you're looking for, let's see, I'm trying to think, because they're gonna need if they're gonna want plate, they're gonna need to go to like one of the bigger places.
Oh yeah, and
Bergdale
where they
might,
intend to go to Bergsdale would have plate.
right? When we, because I that's where we're escorting them to is Bergdale, basically, right? To
Which is what they wish.
Yes.
so when we get to Bergsdale, they should have the armor you seek there.
Ah, yes, that would be great. we would uh we would do that. Also, you notice that they also have just wooden shields at this point too.
Oh.
All of them. Um, he also now he stands up and he in his best like more modern elven that was like attempted to be taught to him. He recites what when he stopped and told them about like what to do as like as warriors.
Mhm.
He goes ahead and recites the tenets of the order. Apparently, that you gave them. You don't know that. I mean, but they came up with. But apparently, you told them exactly like this, um, as they're remembering it. So the first one was don the shield, like the plated one. You must wear the heaviest of armors and bring a shield to become an unbreakable wall. Do not relent, because you are, as an example, wade into battle without fear, crashing against the enemy line, and never hesitating, because hesitation from cowardice is an ultimate disgrace. And then he says the third one, and the one that they train so tirelessly for, is to eradicate the foe. You ensure an enemy is so broken and defeated that you do not allow them to retreat, because retreat allows them to regroup. Stop at nothing to ensure that the enemy never has a chance to recover. Just as you did with the enemies of their kingdom and breaking of the curse.
Mhm.
Are these
For,
correct, my lord? Or are we missing something? Or have we taken and misconstructed your teachings? The Karen is just kind of just looking at you like, they're just making shit up as they go along because you weren't around. She says, just kind of walks off.
just
She
like,
says it in
wow,
comments, so he
Verdare,
doesn't
you're so
understand. She says it just
wise.
right out loud.
Wow, you were so wise. I didn't know you had it in you, Verdare.
Oh man. I mean that's
Serenity tugs on Revi's sleeve and says, "What are they talking about? I can't understand them."
She just mentions, like, apparently Verdare is in charge of them. She says, like, in a little bit of, like, a snide remark.
Serenity looks confused and she says, "When did that happen?"
I do not know. She says, like, trying to hold back a smile, but failing, because this is curious.
Serenity looks at Typhon and is like, do you know?"
I do not. This is news to me as well. So the others are like continuing packing. They're halfway done, but they're looking with interest to see like what they learned from you. They actually want to bend your ear, but are these tenants correct? Let me copy and paste again.
I mean these tenants are basically what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean like that's pretty much that.
Maybe
I'm
the thing
going
about the retreating, like maybe it's
which
not smart to just, get
slaughter them.
yourself killed. No, I was gonna say get yourself killed by just not retreating.
Yeah. I mean yeah. We like if they.
Re-
Yeah.
Retreat, live to fight another day, so you can crush your enemies once more.
I mean, you did wade in there without fear. That's what they saw, so they assumed that's the plan.
No, that's because he knew he was better than them.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Can they be paladins though? I'm curious about
Yeah,
that because they are deathless. So I don't know if hmm,
Remember, it's their strength and their conviction that
yeah,
does the paladin
right.
thing. they're sounding to you more like less than Oathbreakers, but more of like Oath of the Crown types though.
Uh,
Like that's they're coming off of that a little bit, but with like a vengeance taint to it.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Like honestly, that I can't really argue with the tenants really that much.
They made this shit up, and it's pretty good just from observing you.
It's hard to be an oath breaker when you don't have an oath originally to break.
Yeah, I mean these could be the start of the guys, but then the ones who like go too dark
Mm-hmm.
break this oath, and they become oath breakers.
Oh, that's
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 so fucking meta.
yeah, I know. That's so
4D 4D chess right there.
Right.
huh. Okay.
If these are correct, my lord, then we have we have observed your teachings with fervor and are glad to do so. It would be an honor to walk with you
I
on this
feel
journey.
these are correct.
The men, he looks at the men, and he nods, and they give a small like huzzah and continue back to working. Thank you. We will discuss more as we walk the path together. And he also just bows to Baylor and Revi and the girl, uh, and he's kind of looking in between you all curiously on the Irinis, like leaning up against a horse and laughing. He just accepts that they're now worship him like it's not a thing. Now that's gangsta. All right, so they are packed up. Uh, the men speak to him and tell him like you should ask. It's the ancient Elven, so it's easy to kind of pick up still. Ask you ride with him. Yes, as we do not have steeds, we will. I will ask, but you must walk with them. Uh, my lord Baylor, if it will trouble you so, shall I accompany you in the carriage and we can discuss perhaps uh, reward as well as, and this is the part that like gets Revy to smile as she starts to see him like mouthing these words. Alliance with your house.
I smile congenially. Yes, please. Follow me. And I'll just lead him towards the carriage.
Serenity will ride Typhon.
Typhon will gladly accept.
Serenity doesn't want to stay for business talks.
Not when she could ride her flying fucking pony.
Yeah. I mean,
Magic pony.
listen to boring adult talk or talk with Typhon, the talking flying pony.
I don't know why you would pick that.
I don't know either, you know. But then again, I'm not a little girl, so I don't try to explain my actions.
Once again, relevant. On gain one voice. Magic pony. Shoot it down. Alright, so they. Y'all are canted.
No.
Let me grab y'all and move you down. As you guys will ride. And everyone's favorite trail. Third time I've used it. Except this time it's not sideways. It's
Yeah.
seriously the best map.
This patch of forest looks really familiar.
Really fucking familiar.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we came through here a few times before, you know, when we were going to the Deathless City. I mean, we have been on this road before. So it actually makes sense that we'd see it again.
So just like undead, the deathless are like running in armor, keeping a good pace, never tiring.
I suppose that Typhon is also uh doing well. How fast are we going?
Typhon's gonna kind of just stick around.
Okay. I, I was gonna say like are the horses trotting or are we like galloping?
No, they're gonna trot. So you guys
Okay.
will move at a all right pace. Um,
Serenity remarks, "Wow, they can run for a really long time."
yeah, no need to breathe, no muscles that get tired. Just straight running. Verdard, your move. Are you guys keeping up with the horses? The horses move at 60. So the spider. Well, every once in a while the horses will go like 60 or 50. So spider tries to keep up with them, but the other horse like keeps up pretty easy. But the spider's kind of dashing here and there, compared to just like the horse's normal movement. But the deathless are full sprint, keeping up the entire fucking time. Like not, you also hear the words like "do not relent," like like coming from them here and there
Oh,
as they continue to run. They're your fucking fanboys, dude. They really are.
I just imagine them now just
Yeah,
doing the military
Yeah, that's
chants or
what
whatever
I
as they're dying.
imagine. Like they're
we
just like Marines,
must
like kill, do not
not
relent.
relent. We must not relent. Just every once in a while, because they train. Oh, they train hard to
And
be like Verdar one day.
and then occasionally one of them just yells Tenant 2 and then someone else just like calls it off. And then after he says it he's like Tenant 3 and then another person does it and they just go through the line doing that.
So, you guys are heading. Let's see. What was I gonna say about them again? They're not tiring. Oh, it was a funny little thing I was saying. Also, you happened to show up on a fucking spider. You were like the coolest dude ever. I mean, they can't help but the fanboy. Fucking waiting in front and holding off like fucking golems at the end and shit. Because a couple of these are the guys that were like in the fucking castle hall, so they remember seeing that.
By
And
the way, Serenity's been keeping a distance from the spider because spiders are freaking gross. Or at least that's what Serenity thinks. She's like,
they
ooh,
are gross. I
spider.
mean, they ate that bunny too.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Like, ooh, keep it away from me.
okay, so Serenity, you're up in the sky, and so is Typhon.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I'm just flying. That's cool.
you're flying a bit above. I'll say like he's kind of flying in the path of with the horse. You guys
Like
are
10 or 20 feet up.
Yeah, you guys are in the distance. You guys are an hour in, and you can see in the distance uh, the gates like coming up. Um, so it's going to be a couple hours since it took you like 3 hours to get here. That they were sufficiently like out of the way, but an hour in, there's a bend in the road, and you can see. Technically, they could see you two from far away, so they see like the girl flying. But Serenity, you go ahead and give me a perception check, as that you do passively notice that there's uh, some people ahead of the town, like headed southbound.
All right, 19.
19. Okay. Apparently, when you just noticed them, two of them took off. Since you guys were headed northbound, two of them of the 5 figures took off just like straight parallel, like running into the tree line. No, one went east, one went west.
I say, that's weird. Typhon, did you see that?
I saw that. Yes, I did. The little
That's
girl.
weird.
Those of you up front don't see that, but you do see some figures in the distance. And
Okay.
those of you in the carriage, they're discussing business. Where's businessman? Right here. Um, and what he's going to bring up is he's going to ask you. So what? Uh, if we make alliance with your lands, he's going to ask you where they are and what resources you have and what resources would you wish to trade, because he wants to not just talk about like alliance, but he wants it to be beneficial to you as well.
Um, I
You,
just talk about the current location of the manor,
mhm.
and
It
right
is
now
quite a
how
distance, but
Yeah.
we could go through the swamp to reach that.
This is correct. And then I explain how I basically just own the bridge and take a fee, but then I could have the fee waived for their
That
bannermen.
is most generous, especially that will help us as we establish trade with the lizard men. If we move goods waived, then we can get around and carry more goods. This will help our people, and in return, we could possibly provide security to your lands. We have many troops and many who are without work, many who have had to do the opposite of turning swords into plowshares, as we no longer need to farm. Plowshares have to become swords. If swords that can be sold for the service of gold to help our people. So like they're trying to turn a lot of their farming population and other like you know bakers and millers and shit that they used to have in a town into like sell swords now, because there's no need for any of that shit anymore. They don't need to trade food.
Yes. I would be happy to have them patrol my lands. Um, Out of curiosity, I don't remember this because it was so long ago. Did we? I remember making a trade agreement with the count from the west, the countess.
Yes, for
Um,
apple orchards.
yeah, for to make booze.
hmm
Did I make that trade agreement on behalf of this count, or was that directly with her and I? So did I have a
It's
like a winery operation going or something?
her and you, and it was actually cider.
Cider, yeah.
Yeah, they're a winery, but like you took advantage of the groves as opposed to the vineyards. So they're
Right.
trading cider and wine, and of course like apples.
That's
Apples
right.
that aren't good to eat become cider.
They make the booze. I
Yeah.
supply the apples. That's right. Or I have people supply the apples, but I set up the trade agreement.
Yep. And you're
Um,
getting a small cut from it, which you do need to address and pick up at some point. There is a small cut I do have for you, but
yeah.
it's mostly like estate stuff. I mean, you can still take from the treasury, but it is estate stuff. Free money. It's free real estate. It's free real estate.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, Verdar, you see like some figures in the distance, as well as the Karen, who kind of rolls her eyes every time she hears this cadence coming from your men, quote unquote. And Serenity, yeah, you saw just the two like take off rather quick. Two little dots just peel off from that group.
All right. Well, Me and Typhon think it's weird, but I don't know what to do about it, so so I just say
Okay.
that's weird. And Typhon agreed, and I said, okay, that's weird.
So Verdar, you're seeing that there are a few people on the road.
Okay.
It looks like same thing with you, Serenity. Not only does that group of 5 became 3, but there's also a group now that is coming that is marching in what looks like a couple of lines side by side, and they look familiar. The same ones that mocked the horse, or not the horse, the spider. They're all heading south.
All
So you
right, then.
guys are going to run into the small group first, but the small group looks like they're slowing down and waiting for the other line of 2 to catch up, which they do before they start coming here.
Hmm.
Uh, Verdar, you start to see that that there's 3 in front, and it looks like there to be like a couple lines of paladins. You're not sure at this angle,
Mhm.
but you're pretty sure like Serenity knows.
Okay.
Because she
How
definitely would see this.
how far up are you?
I'm like 20 feet up at most.
Yeah, she's not that high up, but she's got a better vantage point still to look. I don't like the looks of this, says Karen. Like, she looks like she wants to like fly up, but she can tell that's kind of fucking obvious.
A little.
Revi kind of pokes her head, seeing Karen acting uncomfortable, and raises a hand, uh, a bit respectively to you, Baylor, as you are continuing to talk with the ambassador. She's
Okay.
kind of giving you as like, my lord, there's apparently she's gonna like pop her head out of the carriage. Karen, what do you see? Looks like a group coming. Uh, you know, your favorite and mine,
Well,
Taylorites, as well as a couple 3 I'd never seen before. Like
Uh,
3.
while this is going on, I don't know if I can hear them 20 feet up in the air, but I asked Typhon, did you see where those guys went?
Mm, into the woods. That's all I see, girl.
Hmm. Do you think you could fly a little higher? Maybe we could see them?
I shall try. And he's going to go up 50, 20, 30, 40, 50. You give me a perception check as you're looking. He can't see through the tree line,
All right.
and it's going to be harder for you too because there's tree lines.
um,
You cannot, you don't see other 2.
Hmm. All
For
right.
Dare, you could definitely tell that there is like 3 up front, and they are like they have several men behind them, like coming up within like 10, 15 minutes.
yeah.
I asked Typhon, do you think we should tell them that some people ran into the woods?
Since we're about a few minutes from it, I would probably have everyone, instead of moving at like dash or fast speed, just kind of slow down a little bit so we
Yep.
can meet them. Um, and
Okay.
I'm actually going to, when we do this, I'm gonna step off the spider, and I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna have the spider still walk with
Okay.
us, but I want to be kind of closer to here.
Okay. So you start to notice Serenity, they're slowing down, and Typhon says, "The big one looks like he is getting ready. Let's tell him."
Okay. I'll fly down or I'll
Oof.
I'll have Typhon like swoop down like right beside the spider, and Serenity getting a little bit too close to the spider's like eek, and kind of like inches her way like away from the spider, like while sitting on Typhon, and she's like, Verdare, I have
Yeah.
something to tell you.
Okay, what is it?
There were there were 5 people up there, and then 2 of them ran into the woods.
Which way?
I point in the direction.
So, are you basically saying that one ran each way?
Oh, did one run each way?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
north,
you
east, and west.
Oh,
said two left, so
Yeah.
I was like, which
okay.
way did it go?
Then I say they went in different directions,
Okay.
but I tried to see where they went, but I can't see them.
Beware, we'll probably have observers on the sides.
What does that mean?
And there's a couple.
If you saw 2 people split off going different directions, they're probably covering. They're probably somewhere in each of the 4 woods on each side of the road somewhere.
Serenity looks like dumbfounded. She didn't think about that at all. She's like, oh, I thought there were just 2 people who ran away from each other.
They got
She-
into a bad
she-
fight.
she-
They couldn't stand it anymore.
Yeah,
Yes.
she doesn't understand this whole ambushing people thing or
And
anything.
tactics.
I get that.
Like,
Um,
oh,
Did I finish desecrating the 2 holy swords, corrupting them?
Oh yeah, you did.
Okay. So I've had Andor with me. He was the chauffeur for the carriage, of course.
Yeah.
And
Let me grab him.
then he has one of the 2 swords, and the other sword I gave to Sergeant Grimm. He
Grim.
is currently in my with the other undead I have on hand in my bag of holding.
you just threw it in the bag and be like, all right, fight for it. Whoever gets it earns it.
Nah, I gave it to Sergeant Grimm in particular.
I'm
But-
supposed to.
I think actually he's the only undead I have in there currently, because I think the other undead I had blew up. So.
Oh yeah, I did blow him up with like ice and pummeling and shit. Whoops. All right, hold on. Let me grab Andor. There he goes. That's our boy, A Bones.
So the swords, what kind of damage did they do again? Because I was gonna modify the characters in the.
Are they
Hold
like
on.
12s?
No, it was. Remember, they were supposed to be long swords, but they're large long swords, so they're great sword.
Right.
2d6 instead of dual wielding 2 great swords because I got confused because we were sleepy. So it's 2d6 plus. Let me make sure. Angelic. That's what it was. No, not that one. It was from an actual. Let's see. It was an extra 3d8. It was radiant. Well, not radiant anymore.
So I guess necrotic now.
Necrotic. Yep. Andor. There you go. I also gave you control Andor just in case. There you go. My lord.
I also don't have control of Griffin, by the way.
There we go. Fuzz.
All right, cool. I got it.
And I think, just in case, Shogun Spider.
Cool.
Cool. Chitter.
Bang bang.
That's what I used to say when I had to play a Thrycreen. Does anybody understand my language? No, I just go fucking chitter apparently.
Yeah.
Nobody can speak my fucking insect tongue. Hail, the one shirtless, wielding a just like a small shield on his arm and a battle axe just on his just like on his shoulder. He just says, "Hail."
All right. And I will. It's hail back, right?
Yeah.
And it's like hail. Greetings. Is something... Well, actually... Oh, keen sight? Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just say greetings. I'll just start off with that.
Have you seen some skeletons come the way south?
Whilst I'm on a skeletal griffin.
It's too dark. They can't see
Oh,
it.
oh, it's dark. Okay.
I think it is.
No, not no. It was noon, like right before noon. You guys got here, so it's only been it's like 3, almost 4.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
dark. Crud. Okay.
That-
Alright.
So he says we have some business with them down south. You haven't seen them, do you? Have you? You can tell immediately that he is being a bit facetious because he immediately has vision on these guys wearing the fucking like tabards of the of their kingdom or their little city. We have words with them.
If you have words with them, what do you plan to send a message to them? As far as by letter, of course.
Uh, Something like that, you can say. The cloaked one, wielding a staff, she shakes her head, just as such a goofball. This one, wielding a greatsword, having it out on his shoulder. It's a handsome-looking man. Got light auburn hair. Uh, handsome features. Just big smile on his face, and he's just like, "You were the worst pick for party face I've ever had. We've ever had." And he just like lets his laugh. I thought you'd give you a chance at least. He's like, "Oh, I don't like being called idiot, and I know that's what you were doing." Yes, yes, I know. Now, what my friend was saying, he's acting like obvious leader, is yes, we do have business with these so-called deathless. May we speak with them? I can speak the ancient elven tongue. I wish to speak to the ambassador on behalf of the count, of course. The ambassador, like, kind of can hear this Baylor,
Mm-hmm.
and he's saying in ancient elven, like, "This is a representative of the count. Shall I make myself known?" He says, like, reaching for the carriage door.
I lay my hand on his arm. I would be cautious. Let him come in with us. Out there, there would be too many elements, and you would be vulnerable.
Uh, I will value your counsel. I hope we do not make a wrong decision by insulting. He is, once again, not being disrespectful to your choice. He's just being cautious as a ambassador does not wish to start shit. They're really being peaceful. They're really trying to be.
I'll ask Revi to invite their representative in.
So Revi will step out. Who's this lovely lass? You always did have a thing for the drow. Never understood it. Oh, you're just jealous, sweetheart. She rolls her eyes, just like, ah. Revi continues forward. Now, you say you have business. Revi walking, like, immediately between Karen, this, like, and Verdar dismissively, of course, as is Revi's way. You say you have business. Which business do you speak? Do you wish to parlay? Of course. Then come, speak in the carriage. I'd rather not. Oh, is there a reason you'd rather not speak in the carriage? The paladins slowly draw their blades, just of caution. Ah, so you do not intend to speak at all. You intend to just murder, burn us, leave no witnesses. Is that what I'm assuming?
Who's saying that?
Is Revy? No,
So
we are
Serenity looks like
basically,
what?
as representatives of the Count, we are merely engaging in a business transaction. Oh, and what business do you have? Let me guess. Treason, assassination, murder. He turns to look, and he turns to look at the wizard, the girl, and she shrugs. I mean, she's kind of got you there. He puts his hands on his hips and laughs, and I was like, "Well, I guess that's accurate. You could say that our business is in steel." And Revi smiles as she bares her fangs. "Oh, you see, we're in the same business as well." And she, draws forth her focus as she, does the sweet vampiric drift shit backwards.
Yes.
Poof.
Like Castlevania style.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And initiative.
Okay then. So Serenity's just like what's going on?
why must we fight? We in 15. Well, I mean, we'll run the rounds, but we will end in 15 minutes, and we can end
Yeah.
mid combat. Huzzah! Is that Typhon for the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, you got Typhon. All right.
He rolled in that one.
What is that? I do not understand your ways. He says, just huh? For 19.
He's more confused than I am.
I mean, he was dumber than you not so long ago.
Right.
So she'll go on your turn as well.
He
Um,
he's mesmerized by Revi was there. Now she's not there. Whoa.
Aha! Finally, DM gets to fucking bust it open first.
Oh gosh.
Do initiative.
Well, that's heroes, and I need paladins +1.
12 squares. How much is
Why did it
12
do
squares?
squares? Hang on, I maybe one grid equals one square. Why does it do that? One grid equals
Yeah, I
5
noticed
feet.
that too. I was like,
There we go. Does that say feet now? God damn it.
Let's see. Does it say?
Yeah,
there
boy.
we go.
All right. Thank
I have to
fucking God.
change. I have to change my aura again
Oh yeah, because you were units
because it
or
was set
something.
to squares. I was like, well, that's weird. It's like all over the freaking place.
That's my bad. I don't understand what the fuck, like in the settings. There we go.
Can you guys see my aura?
No.
Oh yeah, can you guys see it? Okay, hang on. Aura 1, Aura 2, just in case. Y'all should see it now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have to keep forgetting as a DM that I can see everything. You guys can't.
Yeah, I can't make them see my aura.
My Lord Baylor, what is going on? as Revy like immediately just like she's by the side of the cart, like fangs bared, and she did that out of
Yes.
turns though. But so I mean that was free move, free dramatic, sweet
Yes.
movement. Well, you just get a bow drawn. The Iranese just draws her bow, just dramatically saying, "Well, I'll give it to Revy. That was pretty badass." She said, "Ah,
Oh gosh, it's a paladin.
let's see."
That's
I
weird.
do have.
It does look like we did have just a blink out of our power. So if I like disappear, you know why.
Okay.
All right.
Hopefully not, but okay.
Yeah, hopefully not. But I just want to let you guys know.
Oh, that's a bonus action.
Is he gonna use Shield of Faith?
No.
Okay. Probably for the best.
He just got good shit on though. But so do you. Dash
Paladin v Paladin slap fight. Let's go.
Oh, is
and
he coming up to
strike.
attack me? Aw.
Yes. Apparently.
I guess he's like, jig's up.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
Ha, 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 ha.
He immediately draws his blade just freely, like it's almost like blinding how fast he just runs, and and he draws right at the last minute when he's 5 feet away from you with a quick strike. It's almost Iijitsu style, but I mean it's just dramatic. And
He just does the anime thing where he just like holds his scabbard instead of like drawing it out before.
draws at last minute, charging, and tries to bring up the blade like to your side, and your shield immediately moves into place without effort, and slaps it to the side. Big clank, metal upon metal, and the men cheer. These men cheer and draw their blades.
Serenity goes from surprised to scared for a second,
I need to give
then
them.
to angry and insulted. Like like you're attacking us? Like why? Like oh no.
It's like Baylor, you got this on tape, right? You got this on Spirit Orb, right?
Yes.
Good.
I wish.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, they're not legitimate representatives,
No, they're not.
so
Barbarian Rage.
Fucking rage!
That's an interesting name.
I loved it in Fallout 4. The only thing I liked about Fallout 4 was when you took drugs, because it was the best. You actually like scream fucking rage. Like when you take the jet and everything's in slow motion. Hold on, I'm making a template real quick.
I thought I saw a fireball over there.
It is a fireball. It's coming.
Oh, hopefully, it's not coming from me. I'm susceptible to that stuff.
good luck.
This fireball's coming.
Oh gosh,
Oh no.
I don't like it.
Oh
gosh,
no,
that's
that's
so
not a fireball. That's a
dangerous.
spirit bomb.
I was making sure it's the right size because I want to differentiate fireballs here. Well, okay, it just needs slightly bigger.
That's dangerous.
Let me just
No.
Well,
Oh no.
put it. We are fighting adventurers, so
Revi is going to use a reaction. And
Please tell me she has counterspell.
fifth level me if you've got it.
Can
All
she
right,
see who's
DC.
casting the spell?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
15. DC 15. Do it, Revy.
DC 15.
Yeah, she's doing it as fifth level.
Yeah, 5th level spell.
Okay. All right. 1 second. What is the check?
I
Sure.
forget what the check is.
Ability.
Spellcasting, isn't it?
Yeah, spellcasting ability.
Oh. So it's a
it's
D20
that plus
plus
D20 plus that,
plus
and you want to
like
get
what
15.
is it, 9 or 3 or something?
All right. So
It's her
D20
spell attack, yeah, kind of thing.
plus spell attack. Is it plus proficiency as well, or just spell attack?
Well, that spell attack includes like proficiency and your stat.
Yeah, isn't it the roll a D20 just plus spell attack?
Yeah.
Okay. So for her, that's a D20 plus 12.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
Oh,
Would you rule because of the
the rod.
rod? It
It
is.
does give plus whatever to spell attack.
It is. Yeah. It does.
And
That's
it does it to her spell ability.
to her
The
warlock
bonus
spells.
and saving throws of her spells. I'm going to say yes.
All right. So D20 plus 12.
Roll a 1, baby. Come on. I want to hit with a 10d6.
Please don't roll 1 or 2. Don't roll either of those, please.
And let me switch to Revi.
Okay.
Oh, God.
You almost
Just
failed.
barely.
It starts to. You all feel like the heat. There's a small red bead that, like, passes right in between you, Verdar. You're like, oh no! Just a small red bead of magic. And then all of a sudden, Revi, Revi raises her hand, which I guess you can't see. Baylor, you start to see, like, through, Andor, you see Andor bracing for impact, and just everyone feels slight heat for a moment, but then Revi says no.
Yeah.
And you hear, oh, poo!
Oh, poo.
It is your turn, Baylor. These are quirky ass adventurers, dude. That with abilities and wanting to fucking kill.
I'm gonna go ahead and have Revi.
Revi's fucking VIP right now.
Yeah.
Yes. What is the range on that? 90 feet.
That's pretty good.
Let me zoom out, make sure. I am assuming it's within a 90, but I want to verify. Exactly 90. Cast sleep.
Oh no, on who? Oh, sleep just in general.
On him.
Okay. On the
Let's
paladin?
see. No, him.
Oh, okay, her, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
poo.
her. Yes. On the caster. So let's see. It's a 20-foot radius. I will focus it so it only hits her because I don't want it to
Okay.
waste dice on any other character. And then
Oh, I hope her HP is less than 100 or something like that.
yeah.
200.
see,
It's 200 HP.
Oh
That's
wait,
good.
yeah, that might not work because it is based on HP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would just have to roll a 5d8 and that's it. Oh wait, maybe not because technically Revi. Okay, well this gets weird. So Revi only has 5th level spell slots.
Right. Her
But
warlockness.
she got the
Everything.
ability,
She's got the
Oh.
what ability?
the not ability, the sleep spell, not from the warlock spell list, but as a once a day cast from the vampire thing.
I think it would be the spell slot of whatever the vampire thing says it is.
Yeah, it would have to be that. So it might be the lower one.
Yeah, so it defaults to the lowest.
If it was her,
lowest.
yeah, well, the one that it, yeah, the minimum one that it goes the to require to cast it. But if it was her warlock for her warlock powers, everything's at 5th level for her as a 5th level
Yeah,
spell.
that would have been way better. All right, let me
Yeah.
change that because that changes everything.
Now you can knock out paladins with that and shit, probably though. I mean, but that's about it.
Yeah, because that would have changed it from 5d8 to like 8d8 or something, or 10d8,
Yeah.
or possibly even more. Because I think it's sleep technically is a cast 2nd level or higher, so it's technically its default is a 1st level spell. For every spell level passed, that would have been 4 times 2. That would have been 8. That would have been 13d8 if she cast it as a 5th level spell slot. But yeah,
Fuck boy. Everybody going to sleep.
sleep now. Alright, she is going to cast Enemies Abound on her.
What level is that?
I mean, it's a warlock spell this time.
So it's
at
5th.
level.
All right.
So let me go ahead and put that out there. That rolled it as an attack. Let me.
Oh, yeah. I just have to make a and force it to make an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, because this is it's more of a card. It's not an attack.
Yeah. Oh shit! So she can freak out, but it's 3rd level.
If I do it like that, there we go. And it's
That's a high ass DC.
yeah.
I'm around a bunch of allies, but it's 3rd level. I use one. That's a reaction.
Okay.
But is she within 60 feet though?
Oh no, I am further than 60 feet away. Enemies Abound is 120 feet, so.
Oh shit. Well, technically, I shouldn't allow that fireball, but whatever. Because it has to be within 60 feet. Damn, I didn't know that. That's weird.
Really?
Yeah, for a counter spell, you have to be within 60 feet.
I didn't realize that either. I could have
Well,
her move up 30.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Otherwise, well, yeah, right here in the aura. Oh well. Well, shit. She could. within 30 feet, I'll let you put her somewhere safer. Because there's either fucking barbarian rage or this guy.
Because let's see, where is it? Counterspells 60 feet, so it would have to be somewhere in that radius.
She's gonna whine about what a waste of my spells about having to like do that. Oh poo.
She'll have gone right here beside.
Chitter. Chitter. She has no problems with giant spiders. She too is drow.
Yes. I mean, she didn't grow up in drow society, but you know.
Yeah. Just one of those natural things.
So yeah, she was right here to cast counterspell, and then counterspell. Okay, so it's based on the spells level and not the spell slot used, because it's a 5th level spell slot.
Oh, so yeah, I need to roll. Thank you. I thought I had to roll anyway, but I forgot that you had it's from 3rd to 5th. Okay, I make it.
Counterspelling all around, man.
No one likes that magic. Magic bad.
All right. Anything else? That was Revy. You need to do something, right?
Yeah, that was
Um,
Revy's turn.
I'm going pally all over this bitch. I'm just putting auras. Auras on auras, boy.
I'm gonna send out Andor, and he's gonna jump up right here, and he's gonna swing at that guy.
C21. Even with the two-hander. Does not hit with a 10. So he swings wide, which he easily sidesteps. What is this? The chauffeur has a blade too.
Yes.
Full of surprises, aren't we today? 19 also doesn't hit. This time it's much closer, but he parries the unholy sword, and I was like, "Wait, where'd you get that?" He's awfully chipper for a paladin of vengeance.
How much? Oh, I can't just ask.
Takes you 21. No, I said 21, but yeah, dunk. These guys are equipped. The paladin's not so much with these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that almost took that. That one could have hurt. So, parry. Oh, woo.
All right, and I will step. I will as that's all going on, Baylor is going to start walking out and ask the dignitary to please stay inside the carriage where it's safe. I'll be out just a
Casually.
moment.
He says that
Casually.
casually as he just
Yeah.
walks out.
Just steps out. Click.
Yep. And then I'm going to use my. Can I use half my movement, or will I use an action to dump out Sergeant Grimm?
Half your move.
Okay. So I'll dump out Sergeant Grimm right beside me.
And let me grab him, I believe. There we go. Yeah. Let me give you. Ugh.
As it plops down confused,
Stands
and I
up.
say, "Go, kill."
Prone.
So, yep, he'll have to stand up for half movement, and then he'll move there. And he'll start heading out from here. I used half my movement. So 5, I have 10 left. I'll go here. And I am going to cast.
Oh, my Palin's aura is funky. There we go. Cast.
They're also
Fucking
both
rage.
the same color.
Oh yeah.
Wait, let me make sure.
Let
I
me
have
change
this.
mine. Let me change mine to good guy color.
I
I'm
do
good.
not have
There
this
you go.
prepared.
I'm a good guy. Venn diagram of auras.
All right. This is good. This is evil. This is neutral, and this is chaotic.
Okay. Not that one. That's not going to take him down quite as much as I want.
Oh, it's highlighting as I go over.
All right.
Okay,
I am
that's
going
cool.
to say
That's new.
No, that's been there. If you go
Oh,
in
okay.
turn order, it'll highlight it'll post square over who's.
I just never noticed.
yes, you. Please look away. I say just as
Oh
I
shit!
cast blindness on him.
On him.
Yep.
Oh, I told you not to charge in. She says. You told me what? It's just a spell. But luckily,
He probably has a high con. I mean, he's paladin, so I don't think he gets that default, does he?
I believe it's what is it? Con and Wiz,
I
or is it?
believe
Let me see. Well, I have his sheet, so let me see.
wisdom and charisma.
Yeah, it is Wisdom and Charisma. Yep, I just saw his sheet. But that aura helps a little. 2 plus
What is your spell
4.
DC?
2 plus 4. 6.
I believe it's 17.
Ah,
Oh,
Okay.
yaha! I told you it was gonna be all right, sweetheart. Don't fucking call me sweetheart. I'm trying to concentrate here.
Who hit with what?
He didn't hit. He tried to hit the guy in front of you with blindness, but he barely got it. Yaha! Beset on all sides, and yet I come out on top, as always. What are you waiting for, men? Get in! Do you have anything else, Baylor?
Nope, that's all.
That's the call. Get in, men. Yeah. Follow their lead. Remember, they serve the forces of darkness and the undead. The count is depending on you, men.
darkness.
Darkness. They got a magic caster. Some of you need to spread out. Ah. Oh, let me move turn order thing. And we got it. And more elite guy is nearer to the foaming barbarian. Ugh. One in a red cloak. And he too has his aura. Serenity, it is your go. You are on a griffin that is confused.
Uh, all right. So I have a question. If something
Mhm.
says it's in a cone, does that basically mean everything in front of me? Like if I was standing here and I cast if I was standing here and I cast a cone, would I hit everything like in this direction?
How big? Depends on the size of the cone. Is it
30-foot
15
cone.
or 30?
30-foot cone. So
Is it fire?
no,
Okay.
something better. So I wouldn't. But would it be like this?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Let me look at the sizes real quick. 30 feet is cones is not what I run into that often, but mostly 15 feet ones.
Actually, another question is if I stand here and I shoot it kind of like this way, would I hit this guy?
Let me see. So the cone shape is similar to this. Hang on.
It's basically just a triangle.
Yeah, just a big ass triangle.
So all sides are 30 by 30.
Yep, it's this. I will give you control. Assuming control.
Okay.
So grab it and spin.
So if I wanted to take
Yeah.
it this way, kind of. Okay, so that wouldn't hit him there. Would would it hit that guy right there?
Uh, let me see. I believe he's in it. Yeah.
Hmm. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's pretty good. So basically, Serenity's gonna run like right here. I guess I would put the cone like right here. Wait, no, that's too far. Like right there. There's where I'm gonna cast it. And she's going to uh, yell, "Get away from my friends!" And she's going to
Yep.
cast Fear. DC of 20.
Wow. Well,
Unless
so
they're immune to fear.
this guy is.
The paladins are, and if he's within
Yeah.
that aura, he is.
This
And
one is. But
I
this
think
one.
if the barbarian is raged, I
Yeah.
think it ignores it.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah. Yeah. He's enough to give him. Let me make sure on that rage, but I believe it is so.
mind influencing effects. I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, well, darn. Okay. Well, that's what I do.
Fear! Fear me!
And I also
What?
run back through there.
Oh, I get
Attack of
to hit.
opportunity.
I get to hit a little girl. I'm gonna do it though.
Alright.
What? Little girl? You don't belong in a fight.
Slash at her with a sword.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
I'm gonna impose disadvantage on him.
Oh shit! Does that hit?
That still hits.
Oh, so it doesn't hit as much.
That is my reaction, by the way. So.
Okay. So you tried to do it, but you see he has no qualms about killing children, which, in no offense, neither do you. So, no big deal.
I'm assuming that's slashing damage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And because you're such a treacherous little girl,
Oh, he's divine smiting.
Ooh,
take another 11. That's not even that much, but take 11. How
Alright.
dare you?
that's an
Smite.
extra spell slot.
Yep. Actually, no, he's got improved.
Serenity screams.
It burns.
No one has ever hit her with a sword before.
That's
It's
fair.
scary.
It's scary
She
and sword.
it's very concerning.
Oh shit, he's mad.
She screams like a really shrill, high pitched girl scream, and like tears up a little.
Verdar, it is your turn. You tried,
Yeah, I tried.
but it stopped the scream.
Well, there's a guy in front of me, so I'm gonna attack him.
AC 21.
Let's see. AC 21. That's actually kind of tough. That's almost as tough as I am.
Hey, he's wielding a greatsword though. I should have given a shield +3. Ah. But I liked to do with the sword.
Ah, I missed.
You have to do better than that. Or are you distracted by that little girl screaming, you can't save her. You can't save everyone. Best you give up now and just lay down your arms and die. Ha 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 ha.
God damn it.
This guy. I got a second attack, so I'll use
Yes.
it. Oh my gosh, another
Same
one.
thing. Bats your blade away easily.
Gosh
Iones, you still got her. Let me at him.
dang.
Let me
Oh,
fucking at him.
just gonna hit him.
Or anybody really, but just let me at him. But she does have concern, and she sees Serenity like struck with the sword.
Alright, then. Let's see.
And we'll only finish this first round, of
Mhm.
course, because it'd be late.
Yep, we'll pick this up next time after that.
Alright, she's just gonna launch.
It's finally happening, David. The adventurers, man. Fucking
Right.
adventurers.
She's gonna launch some poison arrows at him.
Her favorite. Living beings. That was at him?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, don't forget about that like Ring of Hunter's Mark or whatever. That's a bonus
Oh,
action.
right. You're right. Oh, crap, that is bonus action. Well, I'll go ahead and use that. Why not?
Yep. Ah! He's got an arrow in the side. Ooh, that's smart. He says that it's like burning in his skin. Ah! You're good with that thing.
So that's an extra. Hold on, I need to roll that. That's an extra d6 damage.
Yeah.
So 2 more damage on top of that.
25. Oof. Problem? What is it? The arrows are burning. Burning arrows. They're not on fire. They still burn.
That's funny. Okay. Well, she's got 2 more arrows, so not that one.
Poof. Sidesteps. I don't want another one of those. That one really smarted last time.
Dang it, another 13. Okay.
He like dramatically like has one coming at him, but he blocks it with the flat of his blade. Dramatically. Stunk. Oh. Whew. And he just continues to have his guard up, and then he just takes his forearm and just snaps the rest of the arrow that was stuck in him.
All right. That is that.
For Verdar! Rah! Head them off. Support them. This fucking guy, he's gonna try and be brave. I must help the master. So 2 will be able to hit. This one's gonna charge. Basically, I want to see if he pulls something off. I'm just gonna give him a
Jumping over the
20
wagon
plus 4.
or carriage.
Okay, so he stumbles, but he doesn't fall fucking prone. But he's just like, oh, ah! Ah. So, what I give these guys? 16 strength, and they're all like third level, so they're still. That's a plus 5. They get plus 5s. First guy against him, smashing a paladin. Does not hit
Plus
the
5's
paladin.
respectable.
It is. 16 strength. This guy's trying his all. Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh. Well, it would be. It's brass though, so he it's a -1 of that, so it's just plus 2, 6.
Well, plus 5
Brass.
damage for me.
Oh yes. 11. Brass weapons. Oh. Oh, that's a new one. I think I might have cheaped out on the armor here. Roar! It is now Typhon's turn. Typhon is angry. Typhon is going to Serenity. Do you allow Typhon to grapple you, or do you fight it?
Yeah, I let him.
This guy is going to grab you, grapple you, and you're hanging by like your like he's grabbing you by the arms, and he's going to take you behind the carriage, dropping you off.
Tearfully at with sniffing and holding the gash from the sword. I'm just like, thank you, Typhon.
Typhon is pissed. He wants to get in it next round, but he's just like protecting you. And we will end it there as the paladin is just like flanked and laughing. I mean, he's a well paid, well known paladin of vengeance.
Yeah,
Well
apparently.
equipped. He's trying to get that vengeance all up on y'all.
I'll say, son of a bitch didn't go blind.
All right, so I'll see y'all. Yeah, I'll see you all next week for the same bat time, same bat channel. But yes, kill these guys, and there is good shit on them.
Yes.
Now I know that I can't fear them.
Yeah, now you know just yeah, one's the paladin, the other one's frothing in his mind, and the other guy happened to be in his aura too. So, all right, I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Catch you later.
Have a good
Later.
night.
You too.
Good night.
Love you. Bye.